We asked 847 women over the age of 50 one brutally honest question. When you notice a man over 60, what parts of his body do you actually pay attention to first? The answers were fascinating, and honestly, a few of them were completely unexpected. Even I was genuinely surprised by the number 3 answer. Before you assume it's his chest, shoulders, or muscle size, pause for a moment, because most men guess completely wrong. The truth is, women over 50 often notice subtle physical signals that reveal a man's lifestyle, self-respect, discipline, and emotional energy long before he ever says a word. In fact, there's one body area nearly 91% of men completely ignore, yet women notice it almost instantly, even from a distance. And what it silently communicates about a man can completely shape attraction. Today on Love, Lies, and Reality, I'm going to walk you through the 5 body parts women over 50 notice most in men over 60 realize, why they matter psychologically, and how these subtle physical cues send powerful messages about who you are. And trust me, body part number 1 is not what most men expect. Let's begin with number 5, posture. At first glance, posture sounds simple. It's just how your spine aligns while standing, walking, or sitting. But psychologically, it's far more powerful than most men realize. In our conversations, 72% of women said they notice posture before they even fully register a man's face, outfit, or body shape. Think about that. Before she notices your looks, she notices how you carry your life. Imagine stepping out of your car, standing in line for coffee, or walking through a grocery store. Without a single word, women are already reading the silent message your posture sends. Are your shoulders rolled forward? Is your chest collapsed? Is your head angled downward like life has already drained your energy? After 60, posture communicates something deeper than youth. Women are not comparing you to a 25-year-old. Instead, they're asking themselves a much more important subconscious question. Is this man still fully engaged in life, or has he quietly given up? That message comes through instantly. A man with a little extra weight who stands tall, chest open, chin level, and moves with calm intention often gets far more second glances than a fitter man whose body language signals fatigue and emotional withdrawal. Because posture doesn't just communicate fitness, it communicates vitality, discipline, confidence, and whether your spirit still feels active. And the beautiful part? Posture is not genetic, it's a daily habit. A small adjustment repeated every day can completely transform how women perceive your presence. Stand taller, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest slightly. Bring calm awareness to how you move. These tiny changes compound, and women notice. Now let's move into body part number 4, the hands. This one surprises many men because hands reveal truth, more truth than muscles, more truth than style, more truth than expensive clothing. Women notice the nails, the skin texture, the cleanliness, the way the hands move. After 60, hands often begin to show age early. Veins, texture changes, spots, dryness. None of that is the issue. The real question women unconsciously ask is, does this man still pay attention to himself? Hands are one of the hardest parts of the body to hide. That's why they become such a powerful signal of discipline and self-respect. Trim your nails, file rough edges, moisturize dry skin. Let your hands reflect quiet care. Hands with light calluses from gardening, lifting, or practical hobbies are incredibly attractive because they communicate activity, usefulness, and real-world capability. But neglected hands can subconsciously signal disengagement. And once that signal is sent, women begin wondering What else in your life might also be neglected? The goal is not polished perfection. It's clean, capable, and intentional. Now here comes body part number 3, the answer that shocked many women in the survey, the neck and jawline. A massive 84% of women ranked this area above muscle size. That is huge. Why? Because the neck and jawline communicate health, energy, discipline, and visible effort. Women do not expect the sharp jawline you had at 30. They understand aging. But what they absolutely notice is whether you still care enough to maintain your appearance. After 60, the neck naturally changes. Skin softens, muscles weaken, definition fades. But even subtle improvements, posture correction, reduced neck tension, small resistance exercises, light fat reduction, can dramatically change how this area looks. And psychologically, it signals something deeper. It says, I still value myself. I still put effort into how I show up in life. That is deeply attractive. Now let's move to body part number 2, the forearms. This one is incredibly powerful because it works on a subconscious level. Forearms are visible in everyday moments. Rolling up your sleeves, carrying groceries, opening doors, fixing things, lifting small objects, paying at a counter. Women instinctively read forearms as a sign of functional strength, reliability, and capability. While many men focus on chest and biceps, forearms often communicate something more important: real-life competence. Strong forearms suggest you can still handle life physically, that you are active, that you still engage with the practical world. And women notice this almost automatically. The good news? You do not need a gym obsession. Carry groceries, do yard work, use grip strength, hang from a bar, lift practical objects. Real-world movement builds the kind of forearm strength women find quietly magnetic. And now we arrive at the number 1 body feature women over 50 notice most in men over 60. And this one reflects something much deeper than physical appearance: your eyes and overall expression. Nothing communicates self-respect, presence, and emotional confidence faster than your eyes. Your eyes reveal whether you are still curious about life, whether you still carry calm focus, whether your energy feels grounded or mentally absent. Women notice this instantly: a steady, calm gaze, relaxed facial muscles, a slight knowing smile, a focused, composed expression. These cues signal purpose, confidence, and inner stability. And that kind of presence is timeless. The truth is, your eyes communicate how you feel about yourself. That's why this feature outranked almost everything else. Because younger looks may grab attention, but presence holds it. And presence radiates most strongly through the eyes. Now here's the most important truth I want you to leave with. Attraction after 60 is not about youth. It's about signals of vitality, discipline, capability, and self-respect. Women over 50 are exceptionally attuned to these cues because decades of life experience have trained them to read character through physical presence. They are not looking for perfection. They are reading for resilience, engagement, confidence, discipline, emotional steadiness, life energy. That's why these 5 areas matter so much. Posture shows vitality, hands show care, jawline shows effort, forearms show capability, eyes show purpose. Together they create a complete signal of who you are as a man. And here's the best part. Every single one of these areas is within your control. You do not need youth. You do not need extreme fitness. You do not need impossible standards. You only need intentional self-respect practiced consistently. Start with 5 minutes a day. Check posture, Care for your hands. Do light neck exercises. Use your forearms functionally. Practice calm eye contact and presence. These small habits compound into something powerful, not just external attraction, but internal confidence. And when a man begins feeling more alive inside, the outside changes naturally. That is what women notice most. Not vanity, vitality, not perfection, presence, not youth, self-respect. And that becomes magnetic at any age. If this opened your eyes, comment. Presence. Below, so I know you stayed until the end. And if you want more, mature dating psychology, women over 50 attraction insights, men over 60 confidence advice, and deep female psychology, subscribe to A Love Lies and Reality and turn on notifications, because your most attractive years may still be ahead of you. See you in the next one.